Meteor Impact.
Yes, just 1 second.
Yep.
We are waiting
No worry.
for Gabs Ferreira to
Am I
join
here?
us. That will open.
Yes.
Amazing.
It has been a
good timing.
quite a fun times behind the scenes. Maybe for another
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, okay. So we are all here. Everything's set up.
Yeah.
Everything's working, right?
Okay, so without further ado, Meteor Software with their keynote. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Jan. So first of all, I'd like to thank you, Jan, for putting this event up and everybody that's here with us in the community for all the work, for all the engagement, for everything that you do for us. The framework, we're not the same without you guys. So yeah, we are here to talk about the future of MeteorJS. And I think first of all, we can introduce ourselves. Can you go to the next slide, please, Italo?
Yep, and you can have the remote control right here.
Can I?
And yeah,
Where?
I sent in the Slack. But yeah,
Oh, you
I can
did.
pass the
All right.
slide.
Okay, so first of all, introductions. I'm Gabs, developer advocate here at Galaxy and also at Meteor. Yeah, that is a company that supports it. So yeah, I've been working here for a year and a half now, and I'm doing a lot of stuff related to creating content, organizing events, being in events, being with the community and social media, and I mean, a lot of things at the same time. And yeah, who wants to go next?
Yeah, that's me. Oops, that's me. And as everybody already know, I'm a developer here in the future, working the core for 7 months.
All right, Gabriel.
Hello, can you hear me? Hopefully,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm Gabriel. You all know me. I'm here for a while. This picture is really cool. There's Saki there. You know, it's my pet. I don't know what to say. I just discovered that Italy is with us 7 months, and it's been like for me, it's like, oh my god, it's already 7 months, and it feels like, yeah, so nice. Well, you know me. I'm Gabriel. I'm at the court scene part time, and yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything more interesting to say. Although I was in Prague this month, so I forgot to talk about to you, yeah, but I was in Prague, really nice city. Um, yeah, that's what I have to say. Who wants to go next? It's Nacho, but let's give it like, yeah.
Yeah, guys, do you hear me right? Okay. Yeah, so you are right. Time flies. I think I was starting using Meteor for really some time, I would say, but not 10 years already, and is going on in this way. So yes, I joined the Meteor team in 2024, and yeah, now we are just handling what is going to be the future of Meteor. I am excited about that. And yeah, I'm from Valencia, Spain. And yeah, if you want to find me, just my handler is there. So
All right. So first of all, let's talk a bit of history. I know that some of you guys that are here already know about the past of Meteor, but some don't. So we launched a big release last year, Meteor 3, right? It was not demo update, as most of you already know it. So it was this huge effort, mainly to migrate the Fibers API to the modern Node API, and it was a big work. I wasn't here yet, but I know that it's been almost 4 years of work to make this happen. And yes, it was a necessary transition. There was a lot of discussions if this should happen, if this should happen, how should we do it, how we shouldn't do it. So as something complex, this kind of things take time, and we had a lot of discussions until finally deciding to go forward with it, and then doing it until the end when the launch was made in an event that we called the Renaissance of MeteorJS in July of 2024. It was a really nice event with a lot of people from the community coming to see Meteor one more time, to see what was going on, to talk to us. It was really, really cool, really cool. And let me put to the next slide here. And now it's been a while, right? We have been doing some stuff since then. And we'd like to talk to you guys today here about our North and main goals for the future. So, our idea is that Meteor is the fastest path to bring your idea to production for full stack and mobile apps. Very productive with powerful real-time features built in. And we want to be this, we want people to understand Meteor as a full stack framework to be extra productive and deploy your apps. No pain with, as we like to say, batteries included, And right now, we have three main goals for the future. The first of them is to improve radically developer experience. So everything that we can do better for developers, for people using the framework, we'll do. Everything that's in our hands, we'll do it. We want to also have a better ecosystem integration with modern tools that people use nowadays, including bundlers and so on. And we want to reshape our history to prove that Meteor is a modern framework. It's very common for us when talking to people in communities, here's things like, but isn't Meteor outdated, or isn't it like old, or something like that? And we say, hey guys, yeah, I mean, in tech standards, we can say it's old, but that's not bad, right? Because it's more mature than ever, and we have been working a lot lately to bring it to the modern stack, which brings us to what Nacho has to share with us. We want to build a modern stack in Meteor, the performance revolution. That's strong.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think if there is a common agreement with all the Meteor community, is that the bundler was going quite slow for the standards in the modern days. So this has been our top priority, even for me that I have developed many applications. I have felt how the experience was worse and worse as time passes. And this is because Meteor was not able to catch up into the modern techniques to the bundler. So this is basically what we are doing right now. We have delivered in this semester already the Meteor bundler optimizations, the modern flag that you can put in the packaging. This is available for everyone, has backwards compatibility, and you already get gains there because we wanted to pursue the limits of the Meteor bundler itself. But after that, and what is coming right now, is the RSpec integration. So now we are delegating the application compilation to one of the fastest tools that exist nowadays in the JavaScript ecosystem, even though behind the scenes is not using JavaScript, it's using Rust, which is faster than the Node environment. For developing tools, this is a great thing to have. And just by applying RSpec and integrating to it, we have seen build times going really fast, 4 times faster than Meteor 3.2, which was the one purely using the Meteor bundler without any optimization. And also the rebuild times when you make changes on the client code, they are really, really fast, 9 times faster. The reduction is like 90% or something like that in average. So, but that was not only our purpose. Our purpose was going beyond the speed because, yes, we were behind in other parts. And for instance, making our bundlers smaller, this has been also our priority. By including this tool, we get for free not only updates now on making our bundles smaller with tree shaking and other optimizations, but also for the future, because we are going to delegate an external community that is going to bring those standardization and every technique that is up to date for free, basically. Also, for any modern setup that you want to embrace, you want to implement a Svelte application and you want to hit the 5 version, I think the modern bundler is limited in the 3 or the 4. I'm not sure about it. But now with Airspack, this is going to come for free in the future. This is just an example, but yeah, you can just imagine anything that is discussing in conferences on the outer external JavaScript ecosystem. Also, the full ESM support, many packages are written in ESM, and that is not compatible in Meteor 3.2. You cannot install some packages. This is not happening anymore. An example of this is the React router. And basically what I want to say with this, which is a repetition of another talk that I have this evening, is that yes, this has been a priority and is going to continue be a priority until we reach something that is friendly for the Meteor users enough for the modern times. So we will continue pursuing this priority. But then there is other kind of features, right, Italo? Change stream.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows Meteor is a real-time application, have a reactivity layer based on the uplog. That is basically a log of operations that we are listing, and following it, we apply we do the magic. But it have a cost. And change streams is a native feature from MongoDB that brings us a directly open channel, a stream with all the changes is happening in the database. So this way we can apply a real time based on the MongoDB. So our reactivity layer, tends to be, in terms of performance, it tends to be the same, but in terms of resource consumption, it tends to, scale a lot. So the real-time updates with MongoDB basically will bring up for us, more stable, stronger reactivity layer, and software that it consume less resource. Like for example, the last test we did, we had a decrease of like 4 times less of MongoDB usage. So it's a good number. It means in terms of resource usage, you will be able to do more with less. And we already have a PR opened about it. You can take a look in the GitHub. And that's just for start for reactivity layers. So what next? Yeah. Nacho, it's up to you.
Yeah. As we have said in a slide before, Meteor, the purpose of Meteor is to make you easy to just by using web code to be able to deploy not only on the web, but also to deploy on mobile devices. I think Meteor is really tailored for this kind of web application development, in contrast with other frameworks like Nest.js that maybe they empower more SSR features. Here we really embrace the client-side execution of your application and being able to also deliver those offline. This is perfect for native development, and we wanted to pursue this further. Currently, we are using Cordova.js, which has the limitations that it has. It's a really old tool. Maintenance is not really good. And we are measuring which could be the best alternative with Cordova.js, and one of them is Capacitor.js. I think this one is the more natural successor, even is sold like that, and even has retrocompatibility with Cordova plugins. So I think this one is, and I have also experience with it. So I think this one could be like a way for any existing project to migrate really easy and smoothly experience with that. And there is people that is actually experimenting with it also in the community. So I really believe on it and an opportunity to embrace it. Anyway, there are other alternatives that maybe will require for existing projects more tweaks here and there. But maybe for new fresh projects, you just could jump into it. We could explore those solutions as well. An example of this is Tauri. So yes, our future in terms of native is a priority, a top priority, and we will for sure deliver the next tools for you to actually achieve a good product on your end. So yeah.
Well,
Then we
and
talking about docs, right?
oh yeah. Well, guides for the future of the Meteor, a gap that we see is documentation, but not only the documentation in terms of how to use it, but in what is the best practice, how you can scale up your applications, how you can maintain your application secure, what is the better code conventions for your applications, because what we see in the community is we have a few users that is left in the framework because they think the framework isn't capable to do something. For example, many users, a few users say the meter isn't is scaling well, but it's not true. And they are thinking it's just because they don't know how to configure meter to scale up in the right way. If you see in the forums, we have, for example, a deck that is give many instructions how to set up your meteor to scale up in the better way for millions of users, for example. And the guides will be a priority for us. Since we can have stronger community, and we can show that meteor haven't any limitations, and it's just a point of configuration. So, and for sure we will have many opportunities for who want to contribute for the first time in the meteor. That is from the guide, that will be a priority from our side. Well, Gabriel.
So yeah, like we were discussing this future like yesterday. I'm not kidding. So the slides are really brand new in the sense of like what we think should be done for the future. And one of the things that we always end up talking about is like modernizing our PC methods, publications. And now that we have a bundler, we can start thinking in the future like actual modern, real modern things. And because we have a bundler, we can also play with, oh, I want to have server functions running, not running the client, but in the same file. We can start playing more in depth. We can now safely play with, and I did this talk a few months ago about using decorators. So we got more of a moment because we also don't have no deadlines now. Like we are not running away from Node. We can play with our time. And so one of the things that we want to make it sure it's right, it has a great DX and it feels good to use, is our methods and publications. So our RPC story should be better in the sense that we feel like the code that you write is self-documented. We have a good validation. So I love check. I love the package, but we can make it better. And now we have time and the structure to work on it and ensure backwards compatibility is a thing that's I think we mentioned this in this keynote, but it's always nice to remind is like we work here to make sure that Meteor is here for the last, it was here for the last 10 years and it will continue to be here for the next 10 years and even more. It's like we want to be sure that we have this really stable and easy to work on framework. So that's my take here for the future. And not sure what's the next slide.
Amazing.
Oh, it's for you,
Yeah, the
Mito.
next slide is database agnostic reactivity layer. Well, in my opinion, it will be a game changer for the Meteor in many years. Today, our activity system is based on the Mongo. Well, Mongo is a huge and amazing database, but we have many people that in many scenarios that need, for some reason, use another database, like Postgres, for example, or another non-SQL database as well. And what we are planning for the future is having a agnostic database layer where you can have the reactivity system based on not only in the MongoDB but for any database. It will have we will have many discussions about this topic. So take a look in our forum, and I'll wait for the topic that we will create there. And then for sure we'll have a MeteorJS with a new face after that. And join us in this next chapter. We the Meteor 3. I mean, the Meteor, the new version of the Meteor is just starting, in my opinion, at least. And feel free to join us in the discussions. Give your opinion, what you want to see inside the Meteor. How do you see those features being used in your project? Well, if you want to contribute on it, please ping us, and we will help you with anything you need to contribute on those steps. And thank you very much.
Thank you. And we have a comment here from Joe P. say that not only scaling instances, but also scaling database behavior, throttling rapid updates, and paginating large data sets. Maybe Meteor can make those things easier. Can we, guys?
Oh no, amazing! A great feedback. I mean, um, I think in terms of database behaviors, probably we have a new an increase in the in change streams, in paginations. Wow, it will be the same, but please open a thread in your forum. Let's discuss it and how you would like to see and use it. We can do a few changes in the meter for sure.
There's two people typing. I'm sorry, my cat is. So, Adrian Lanning, regarding scale, perhaps it should help to have a standard test bed so people can check how Meteor scales for themselves. Ideally, some of low test and example projects with naive, poorly scaling way to do things, and then a more optimized one with proper configuration. By the way, Adrian, I have sent you a message, I guess, on LinkedIn, I guess, or other. I don't remember.
Someone
Oops.
got gaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Well, about Adrian, talking about the Adrian comments. Today we have the performance repository. We are still building it, and please take a look on it. Share what you think there. And in terms of having a standard test bed, we are planning to do it and having to show how much the meter is scaling in the best scenario. So for sure, all those things is in our plans.
Yeah, for sure.
There's
Meteor performance, I think, is a test suite that we have created actually for this behavior to be able for us to identify, to have some automated way to understand the load in a Meteor application. It is true that we have a really basic setup yet, because when we released Meteor 3, we just found some regressions in comparations with Meteor 2, and we identified those regressions in the simplest scenarios. But the idea for the future is to make these scenarios more complex, to mimic more kind of real-world scenarios, and have this as a standard to make comparisons and see how it can scale in different circumstances.
On the, you asked about the plans to integrate some Percolate packages. I'll ask you to shoot us which packages, and we started doing this to move some of them to core. I think I started working a script, but I totally forgot about it. So shoot me some packages that you think should go to, like, not core, but like under Meteor / something, and then the migration secret cron. Is it secret cron? Oh, I think we migrated another one, but I think we had this discussion every now and then that we should have it in core as is, or we should update the API. There's a whole complete other discussion, but I think it's in the near future because it's part of the making Meteor modern and better included story. So yeah, it's gonna be on the roadmap. I'm just not sure at which point, because one of the things that, as we explained it, was like we want to make things in a round shape. It's like, hey, we're gonna be adding a package. We want to add it with docs, with TypeScript support, with consistent APIs, which I think both of these examples that you shared have. But again, it has to be like we want to have examples. So, but I agree they should be somewhat in under Meteor / something. So yeah, hit us with
Am I
like
back?
yes, your backups. Hit us with a topic discussion or an issue, and we can talk from there. But yes, sorry, the answer isn't straightforward, but I mean, it's kind of straightforward. Like we want to have it. We're just not sure if it's in core or under Meteor / something, because yeah, exactly. You can survive it. Okay.
Okay, I survived. So before that, I was saying that I was talking to Adrian. I said that I sent him a message a while ago. I wanted to record a video with him, but I don't know if he didn't saw the message. But if you're open to that, Adrian, send me an email, please, at gaps@meteor.com, or I don't know where else you are. So yeah. So do you have any more questions, comments here, guys? Okay, so Paulo is saying, yeah, probably adding an easy way for newcomers to fetch data with methods instead of subscriptions. Right now, it's not clear that is something that should be done and how to do it in different front frameworks. No comments.
No, I like yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, that's the thing that's about like the docs and the new methods. Like Meteor call just works, and we wouldn't change it. It's such a staple, and again, we plan to keep it as stable as it possibly can. So that's why I made that discussion, and I'll grab it here quickly. That's like we should be thinking about the future of like RPCs to be even more modern. We just need to have, yeah, I completely agree, yeah, exactly. So like, and that's the thing with packages in general, is that we should be aiming to have this like a mature way of writing packages, and like this, like, oh, I want to look at Jan's package, have ideas, or to use this package, or maybe I need something there, and it should be like really straightforward. When you start typing, you feel that you already know this API, not because you already know this package, but because things that in the Meteor ecosystem feel somewhat close to JS ecosystem, and there is this nice standardization. It's hard to explain, but when you write some code like in Rails or in Laravel, you feel like, oh, this just makes sense in this ecosystem, and we would like to have something similar to that at some point. So yeah, we got this discussion. I think it was mentioned that Yam's packages are really good. Yeah. So Joe, that's a nice thing that you brought. Curious, there is this really old PR that's to make it async compatible, but requires using yield. But at the moment, if you want to have asynchronously things working with tracker auto run, you should be using. And I love talking about async tracking things. Is the I couldn't find it here. Where's the tracker? Where's the tracker package? Tracker. I'm grabbing the tracker package thing. Is with computation. Yes, this is the one. So this is a nice doc to have, Joe. It's like you can have tracker auto run work with async await, but it's kind of a hustle. So like you
Yeah.
have to do this like manual thing. And we had an option to use yielding, but at the time yield was not as cool as it is now because of effect. Like now people are using yield because there's this package called effect in the broader JavaScript ecosystem. I wonder if things were different, we could have been using yield at the moment, but I don't know. It's like it's another thing to discuss. Yeah, sorry for the record. Go ahead, Adam.
I
Sorry.
just, yeah, I just want to say something in this regard because I am experimenting and I have already published on the Meteor community that I am reviving React Publish package. This is a really old package to manage composite data publish. And the internals of this package are in the need of use tracker auto run in a sync way. And I have adapted there the tracker auto run to run asynchronous. In fact, it's doing this already. What I need to do there is to make it compatible with the client because, of course, for the server side, the reactive publish is above all server side. I needed to use asynchronous local storage, and this is not compatible in the client, even though there are ways to mimic that. So my plan in that package from the community is to experiment and continue with it because there is another package called subscribe data that needs to use auto run in a synchronous way in the client as well. So for doing that, I need to get into it. And maybe at some point, if this experiments goes well, we can get into the core those asynchronous tracker alternative for asynchronous behaviors, actually, as you are. So I would say that at least in my side, I'm experimenting with it, and hopefully I can have something to show at some point. Yeah.
Would you like now? This is like not scripted, guys. I haven't think. Would you mind trying with yield, Nacho, just to see what happens? Because now with like before Meteor 3, before tracker dot with computation, we were not able to do reactivity things in the server. I think there was even like it was blocked having the reactivity thing. But with computation, now you can use even in the server, which is nice, I guess. Would you mind trying with yield, or you would feel like
Yeah,
it's
I
because
could
like
study this a little further.
because like
I have some, yeah.
yeah, like the only difference you'll be like instead of using a single storage, you'll be using yield instead of await, and it would just work both on the client and on the server.
Mhm.
The code looks not so good. Like the code obviously looks weird because we're not used to using yield, especially like non-effect JavaScript users. But I guess if it's for a package and the end developer is not going to be using this yield thing, I guess it's got nice. Generators are good, but sometimes they can be weird to see. Like it's a weird syntax. Well, that's my. I'll share you the PR and you can check it. Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I will consider that to evolve that experiment. Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure if we have any more questions. If you do, guys, now it's the time. I would like to leverage the opportunity to be in front of a very engaged and smart audience to invite you all guys to check the newest program that you have released recently, where we are looking for people to write articles for our blog. So we are paying you guys to write about Meteor or any other JS stack that you are interested in talking about. In our blogging, we pay for it. So there's a link to the repo talking about it, explaining it there in the chat. So hopefully we'll see some articles being submitted there by you guys. Okay, so I think that is it. Yes. Okay, so there's one latest question here from Joe. Joe is asking, what are your thoughts on buildless mode without a bundler? For example, native ES modules on both server and client.
Sorry.
No thoughts, I guess.
Yeah, I was in another thought, and this one is
Sorry,
about,
I was
building.
I was texting Nacho too. Sorry. So I don't know. I never thought about
I
buildless modes.
mean,
What do you think about it, Nacho?
yeah, I mean, definitely is something that we can play with, but for making native ES modules in the Meteor bundler, this will be a giant work to do because Meteor bundler from the really beginning has been using some old syntaxes and transform all that. I think it will be a long effort for doing that. Anyway, I'm always open to study those topics and try to experiment around it because maybe there are some quick gains about that. But yeah, in my case, I'm always thinking about quick gains because with a long thinking in long term about giant solutions, but trying to get it for free and are related with native S modules. Whenever I have tried to think about it, I have C blockers in the bundler itself. So yeah, it's a long discussion, I would say.
All right. I think we're done. So thank you everyone one more time for being here. Thanks, team. Thanks, Jan and community. And
Thank you very much.
see you soon.
Absolutely. I'm going to take the presenter and get ready for that. Thank you very much. Actually, I will be first before we get. I need to prepare one little last thing here. Okay.